Good morning and welcome. What if I told you that everything you thought you knew about dieting is about to change? Imagine a world where the focus isn't on what you can't eat, but on the abundance of delicious, nourishing foods you can. What if 2025 is the year that nutrition science finally caught up with common sense? We're not talking about quick fixes or empty promises. We're talking about scientifically proven lifestyle changes, powerful shifts in how we eat that could not only transform our health, but genuinely add vibrant, energetic years to our lives. It's a powerful thought, isn't it? One that deserves our full attention. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Wellness Wonders. I'm so glad you're here with me today as we dive deep into the most significant, most promising diet trends for the year ahead. And here's the beautiful twist. These aren't your typical, restrictive fad diets that leave you feeling deprived and defeated. Far from it. We are exploring eating patterns that have been rigorously tested, meticulously ranked by panels of doctors and nutritionists, and proven time and again to work not just for a few weeks, but for long-term sustainable health and lasting weight management. This is about building a foundation for a healthier you, for life. Over the next few minutes, we're going on a journey. We'll explore exactly why the celebrated Mediterranean diet continues to reign supreme, earning its crown year after year. We'll uncover how anti-inflammatory eating is moving from a niche concept to the absolute center stage of wellness. And we'll get to the heart of why protein is having its biggest, most important moment yet. But that's not all. I'll also break down the incredible Mind Diet, a powerful approach that merges the best of two worlds, boosting our brain health while supporting our weight management goals. It's truly changing how we think about the connection between food and our cognitive future. This is more than just information. It's an invitation to a new way of thinking about your well-being. So I encourage you to get comfortable, grab a notepad, and get ready. And if you haven't already, please take a moment to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. You won't want to miss a single moment of this, because together, we are about to transform how you approach nutrition in 2025 and beyond. Let's get started on this incredible journey to better health, together. It's a conversation that could truly change your life for the better. For so many years, the world of dieting has been a battlefield of restriction. It was a culture defined by no, a constant list of forbidden foods and punishing rules that often left us feeling more defeated than empowered. We were told to cut out entire food groups, to count every last calorie with obsessive precision, and to ignore our body's own hunger cues in favor of rigid schedules. This old paradigm created a cycle of guilt and failure for millions, a feeling that we just weren't strong enough or disciplined enough. But I am here to tell you, with great confidence, that a seismic shift is underway, a true revolution in our understanding of nutrition. The landscape of 2025 is painted with a much brighter, more hopeful palette. The conversation has moved decisively away from deprivation and toward nourishment. It's no longer about what you must eliminate, but about what you can joyfully add to your plate. This new philosophy champions whole foods, celebrates flavor, and honors the deep connection between what we eat and how we feel, both physically and mentally. It's an approach grounded in science, yes, but also in compassion and common sense. It's about building a positive, sustainable relationship with food that lasts a lifetime, not just until you reach a certain number on the scale. Leading this incredible charge are three dietary patterns that consistently top the charts, ranked by a consensus of health experts: the Mediterranean, the DASH, and the flexitarian diets. These aren't fads, they are blueprints for healthy living, each backed by decades of robust scientific research. The Mediterranean diet, with its emphasis on olive oil, fresh produce, and fish, continues to be the gold standard for heart health and longevity. The DASH diet, designed to stop hypertension, offers a clear path to lowering blood pressure. And the flexitarian approach provides a gentle, flexible ramp into the powerful benefits of plant-based eating without demanding perfection. What truly unites these top-tier approaches is a shared philosophy that is defining the future of wellness. This is the move toward profound personalization and unwavering sustainability. Science is showing us that there is no one-size-fits-all answer. Our unique genetics, our lifestyles, our personal health goals, they all matter. The best diet is the one that works for you, one that you can stick with not for a week or a month, but for years to come. It's about creating a way of eating that feels less like a diet and more like a joyful, intuitive part of who you are. The era of the one-size-fits-all diet plan is officially over. We are finally embracing a truth that many of us have known intuitively for years. We are all unique. Our bodies respond differently to foods based on a complex interplay of genetics, our gut microbiome, our activity levels, and even our stress levels. The future of nutrition as we step into 2025 is deeply personal. It's about using modern science and a deeper self-awareness to tailor our eating patterns to our specific needs. This means listening to our bodies, understanding our own biofeedback, and making informed choices that align with our individual health journeys. This movement toward personalization is empowering. It frees us from the tyranny of generic meal plans and allows us to become the true architects of our own health. It's about asking questions like, how does this food make me feel? And what does my body need today? This could mean adjusting your carbohydrate intake based on your workout schedule, or focusing on specific nutrients to support your cognitive function. It's a dynamic, responsive approach to eating that honors our individuality. It's nutrition that fits into your life, rather than forcing your life to fit into a rigid, unforgiving diet box. But this new landscape isn't just about personal health, it's also about the health of our planet. Sustainability has become a crucial pillar of the 2025 diet conversation, and for good reason. The choices we make at the grocery store have a ripple effect that extends far beyond our own kitchens. There's a growing awareness that eating for personal well-being and eating for planetary well-being are two sides of the same coin. This means we're seeing a greater emphasis on plant-forward diets, a focus on reducing food waste, and a celebration of locally sourced seasonal produce whenever possible. This dual focus on personal and planetary health is what makes the 2025 diet landscape so incredibly powerful and promising. It's a holistic view that understands that we are not separate from our environment. By choosing diets like the flexitarian or Mediterranean, which are inherently less resource-intensive than diets heavy in processed foods and red meat, we are making a choice that benefits everyone. It's a beautiful synergy where sustainable practices lead to healthier people and a healthier planet, creating a virtuous cycle of well-being for generations to come. This is the thoughtful, conscious approach that defines our path forward. Year after year, when panels of esteemed doctors, nutritionists, and health researchers gather to rank the world's best diets, one name consistently rises to the top. It stands as a testament to a way of life that has nourished civilizations for centuries. Of course, I'm talking about the Mediterranean diet. Its continued dominance isn't due to clever marketing or a fleeting trend. It is built on a mountain of scientific evidence so vast and so compelling that it simply cannot be ignored. This isn't just a diet, it's a lifestyle that has been proven to promote longevity, prevent chronic disease, and support a healthy weight. So what is the secret to its enduring success? It begins with its foundation, healthy fats. For decades, we were taught to fear fat, but the Mediterranean diet reframes this essential nutrient. The spotlight here is on monounsaturated fats, primarily from extra virgin olive oil, which is the cornerstone of this eating pattern. These fats are nutritional powerhouses, celebrated for their ability to lower bad cholesterol, raise good cholesterol, and protect our cardiovascular system. The diet also embraces the healthy omega-3 fatty acids found in fatty fish like salmon and sardines, as well as in nuts and seeds like walnuts and flax. Beyond the healthy fats, the Mediterranean diet is perhaps the most powerful anti-inflammatory eating plan on the planet. Chronic inflammation is now understood to be a key driver of nearly every major modern disease, from heart disease and diabetes to arthritis and even certain cancers. The Mediterranean approach combats this at its very core. It is rich in antioxidants and polyphenols from a vibrant rainbow of fruits and vegetables, whole grains, legumes, and herbs. These compounds work like a fire brigade inside our bodies, calming inflammation and protecting our cells from the daily damage that can lead to illness. This anti-inflammatory power extends directly to our gut, which scientists now refer to as our second brain. The high fiber content from the abundance of plant foods in the Mediterranean diet acts as a prebiotic, feeding the trillions of beneficial bacteria that reside in our digestive system. A healthy, diverse gut microbiome is critical not only for proper digestion, but also for a strong immune system, balanced mood, and effective weight management. Recent studies continue to reinforce this connection, showing that adhering to a Mediterranean diet can significantly improve gut health, which in turn supports a leaner body composition and overall vitality. While many people initially turn to the Mediterranean diet for weight management, and it is incredibly effective for that, Its benefits extend far beyond the number on a scale. This is about long-term, sustainable health. The diet's success in weight management comes not from harsh restriction, but from its focus on nutrient-dense, high-fiber foods that are naturally satisfying. When you fill your plate with vegetables, legumes, and whole grains, you feel fuller for longer, which naturally helps to regulate appetite and reduce the intake of calorie-dense processed foods. It's a gentle, intuitive path to finding your body's natural, healthy weight. The true magic of this eating pattern is its holistic impact on well-being. It's not just about losing pounds, it's about gaining health. The combination of healthy fats, lean proteins, and complex carbohydrates works in perfect harmony to stabilize blood sugar levels, preventing the energy spikes and crashes that often lead to cravings for unhealthy snacks. This metabolic stability is crucial for preventing type 2 diabetes and for maintaining consistent energy throughout the day. It's a way of eating that fuels your body for performance, rather than leaving it feeling sluggish and deprived. Recent research continues to uncover even more profound benefits. Studies published in leading medical journals have linked long-term adherence to the Mediterranean diet with a significantly lower risk of cognitive decline, including conditions like Alzheimer's disease. The antioxidants and healthy fats are profoundly protective for our brain cells, supporting memory, focus, and overall cognitive function as we age. It's a powerful reminder that the food we eat is not just fueling our bodies, but also building and protecting our minds for the future. This is truly food as medicine. Ultimately, the Mediterranean diet's dominance is a victory for common sense. It's a celebration of real, delicious food. It's about sharing meals with loved ones, enjoying a glass of red wine in moderation, and savoring the fresh flavors of the earth. It teaches us that being healthy doesn't have to be complicated or unpleasant. It can be a joyful, delicious, and deeply satisfying journey. This is why it remains the undisputed champion, offering a scientifically backed blueprint for a longer, healthier, and happier life. It's a timeless approach that is more relevant in 2025 than ever before. Now, let's talk about something that's truly transforming the way we think about our plates, the protein revolution. For years, we've known protein is important, a building block for our bodies. But in 2025, the conversation is shifting dramatically. It's no longer just about how much protein you eat, but when you eat it, what kind you choose, and how it works synergistically with your body's own powerful hormones. We're moving beyond the simple idea of protein for muscle and into a more sophisticated understanding of protein as a master regulator of our metabolism, our appetite, and even our long-term health and vitality. This is strategic fueling, not just filling up. One of the most exciting frontiers in this new understanding involves a hormone you may have heard about, GLP-1. This is a natural hormone our bodies produce, and it plays a crucial role in making us feel full and satisfied after a meal. Recent science is uncovering just how much our dietary choices, particularly our protein intake, can influence our natural GLP-1 response. Consuming adequate protein, especially at the start of your day, can stimulate the release of this incredible hormone, helping to keep those mid-morning cravings at bay and setting you up for a day of more mindful, controlled eating. It's like having an internal appetite control system, and we're learning how to turn the dial up. This isn't about loading up on massive steaks or endless protein shakes, though. The revolution is in the nuance. It's about distributing your protein intake thoughtfully throughout the day. Instead of a protein-light breakfast and a massive protein-heavy dinner, the 2025 approach encourages a more balanced distribution. Think about starting your day with a protein-rich meal to kickstart that GLP-1 response and stabilize blood sugar. Then include moderate amounts in your lunch and dinner to maintain that feeling of satiety and provide your muscles with a steady supply of amino acids for repair and growth. This steady, strategic approach is key to harnessing protein's full potential for metabolic health. And the focus is increasingly turning towards the power of plants. While lean animal proteins still have their place, the spotlight is shining brightly on plant-based sources like lentils, chickpeas, tofu, edamame, and quinoa. These foods offer what we call a dual benefit. They provide high-quality protein to support satiety and muscle health, but they also come packaged with fiber, phytonutrients, and antioxidants that animal proteins lack. This combination is a powerhouse for not only managing weight, but also for reducing inflammation and supporting a healthy gut microbiome, which we now know is intrinsically linked to our overall metabolic function. It's a win-win for your waistline and your wellness. Let's delve deeper into how this strategic protein intake directly impacts your metabolism. Your metabolism isn't just about how fast you burn calories, it's a complex system of chemical reactions that keep your body functioning optimally. Protein has a higher thermic effect of food, or TEF, compared to fats and carbohydrates. This means your body actually expends more energy, more calories, just to digest, absorb, and process the protein you eat. By strategically incorporating protein into each meal, you are essentially giving your metabolism a small, consistent boost throughout the day, helping to create a more favorable energy balance for weight management over the long term. Furthermore, maintaining lean muscle mass is one of the most effective ways to keep your metabolism humming along efficiently, especially as we age. Muscle tissue is more metabolically active than fat tissue, meaning it burns more calories even when you're at rest. When we lose weight, we often lose a combination of fat and muscle. Prioritizing protein intake during a weight management journey helps to preserve that precious calorie-burning muscle tissue. This ensures that the weight you lose is primarily fat, and it prevents the metabolic slowdown that can often accompany weight loss, making it easier to maintain your results for good. The quality of the protein we choose is becoming just as important as the quantity. The focus in 2025 is on whole food sources over highly processed powders and bars, which can often be laden with added sugars and artificial ingredients. Think about a beautiful fillet of wild-caught salmon, rich in both protein and anti-inflammatory omega-3 fatty acids. Or consider a hearty lentil soup, which delivers not only protein but also a wealth of soluble fiber that feeds your gut bacteria. Choosing these whole food packages ensures you're getting a symphony of nutrients that work together, rather than an isolated nutrient in a processed form. This new protein paradigm is ultimately about empowerment. It's about understanding that you have the tools on your plate to work with your body, not against it. By making smart, strategic choices about your protein sources and timing, you can enhance satiety, preserve lean muscle, and support a healthy metabolism. It's a shift from a mindset of restriction to one of strategic addition. You're not just eating to lose weight, you are eating to build a stronger, more resilient, and more metabolically efficient body from the inside out. And that, my friends, is a powerful and sustainable foundation for lasting health. For years, we've heard the term inflammation, often in the context of a sprained ankle or a bug bite. But scientists and doctors are now shining a spotlight on a different kind of inflammation: chronic low-grade inflammation. This is a persistent, smoldering fire within our bodies, and it's increasingly being linked to a host of modern health challenges, including difficulty with weight management, heart disease, and diabetes. The exciting news for 2025 is that one of the most powerful tools we have to combat this internal fire is right at the end of our forks. Anti-inflammatory eating is moving from a niche concept to a mainstream strategy for vibrant health. The science behind it is fascinating. Certain foods, particularly those high in sugar, refined carbohydrates, and unhealthy trans fats, can trigger an inflammatory response in the body. When we consume these foods regularly, our immune system remains on high alert, releasing a steady stream of inflammatory compounds that can disrupt our hormones, impair our metabolism, and even encourage our bodies to store fat, particularly around the midsection. It's a vicious cycle where inflammation can contribute to weight gain, and excess body fat, in turn, produces more inflammatory signals. It becomes a self-perpetuating loop that can be incredibly difficult to break. On the flip side, an anti-inflammatory diet works to actively calm this internal storm. It's rich in foods that contain powerful compounds like antioxidants and polyphenols. Think of these as your body's internal peacemakers. They neutralize damaging free radicals and help to downregulate the inflammatory pathways that processed foods activate. Foods like vibrant berries, dark leafy greens like spinach and kale, nuts, and spices like turmeric and ginger are packed with these protective compounds. By making these foods the foundation of your diet, you're not just nourishing your body, you're actively providing it with the resources it needs to heal and find balance. This approach represents a profound shift in how we view food. It's no longer just about calories in and calories out. It's about the information that food sends to our cells. An anti-inflammatory diet sends signals of calm, repair, and balance. It tells your body that it's safe, nourished, and can let go of its defensive, fat-storing posture. This is why people who adopt this way of eating often report not only weight loss, but also increased energy, clearer skin, and a greater sense of overall well-being. They are addressing the root cause of the imbalance, not just treating the symptoms. It's a holistic approach that truly honors the body's intricate design. So, how do we translate this powerful science into our daily lives? It starts by building your anti-inflammatory toolkit, and the first tool is color. I want you to think about painting your plate with a rainbow of fruits and vegetables at every single meal. Each color represents a different family of phytonutrients and antioxidants, each with its own unique inflammation-fighting properties. The deep purple of blackberries, the bright orange of sweet potatoes, the rich red of tomatoes, and the dark green of kale, they all work together in synergy. Don't just stick to one or two favorites. Diversity is your greatest ally in building a resilient, well-defended system. The next essential tool in your kit is healthy fats, particularly omega-3 fatty acids. These are the superstars of the anti-inflammatory world. You'll find them in fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines, as well as in plant-based sources like walnuts, flax seeds, and chia seeds. These fats are literally incorporated into our cell membranes, making them more fluid and better able to communicate. They are also the precursors to powerful, inflammation-resolving molecules in the body. At the same time, it's crucial to reduce our intake of inflammatory omega-6 fatty acids, found in many processed foods and refined vegetable oils, to create a healthier, more balanced ratio. Beyond specific foods, the 2025 approach to anti-inflammatory eating also looks at meal patterns. There's growing interest in how the timing of our meals can impact inflammatory markers. Practices like time-restricted eating, where you consume all of your meals within a specific window, say 8 to 10 hours, give your digestive system a prolonged break. This rest period allows the body to focus on cellular cleanup and repair processes known as autophagy, which can help to clear out damaged cells and reduce the overall inflammatory load. It's not about starving yourself, it's about creating a rhythm that allows for both nourishment and restoration. Ultimately, adopting an anti-inflammatory lifestyle is about crowding out, not cutting out. Instead of focusing on a long list of don'ts, focus on all the delicious, vibrant, and healing foods you can add to your plate. Add a handful of spinach to your smoothie. Snack on a handful of almonds instead of chips. Drizzle your salad with extra virgin olive oil. Sprinkle turmeric into your soups and stir-fries. Each of these small, consistent choices adds up, tipping the balance in your body away from inflammation and towards a state of harmony, energy, and health. It's an empowering and joyful way to eat for a lifetime of wellness. We're in the midst of a quiet but powerful evolution in the way we eat, and it's all centered around the humble plant. The conversation is evolving beyond the strict labels of vegan or vegetarian and into a more inclusive, flexible, and accessible concept plant-forward eating. This isn't about dogma or deprivation. It's a celebratory approach that simply means making plant foods, fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, nuts, and seeds, the star of the show on your plate. Animal products might still have a supporting role, but they are no longer the main event. This shift is one of the most significant trends shaping our health in 2025. This evolution is driven by a growing awareness of the incredible density of nutrients found in plant foods. They are our primary source of fiber, a nutrient that is absolutely critical for gut health, blood sugar balance, and maintaining a feeling of fullness. They are also bursting with vitamins, minerals, and those powerful phytonutrients we just discussed, which protect our bodies from cellular damage. When you build your meal around plants, you are naturally increasing your intake of these protective compounds while often decreasing your intake of saturated fat and calories. It's a simple equation that leads to profound health benefits. The flexitarian approach is the perfect embodiment of this new mindset. It's the ultimate non-diet diet. Flexitarian is simply a combination of the words flexible and vegetarian. It offers a framework, not a set of rigid rules. Perhaps you practice meatless Mondays. Or maybe you decide to eat plant-based for breakfast and lunch, enjoying a small portion of fish or chicken for dinner. It allows you to reap the benefits of a plant-rich diet without the pressure of perfection. This flexibility makes it an incredibly sustainable and realistic approach for a majority of people in the long run, fostering consistency over short-term extremism. What we're truly seeing is a reprioritization of our plates. For decades, the standard Western plate was designed with a large piece of meat in the center, with vegetables as a small, often overlooked side dish. The 2025 plant-forward plate flips that script entirely. Imagine a plate where 3/4 of the space is filled with a colorful array of roasted vegetables, a hearty grain salad, and a scoop of protein-packed lentils. The remaining quarter might hold a small piece of grilled salmon or a few slices of chicken. This visual shift is a powerful tool for retraining our habits and redefining what a satisfying, complete meal looks like. As we embrace this plant-forward evolution, two words are becoming increasingly important: diversity and density. Let's start with diversity. It's not enough to just eat more plants. The goal is to eat more of plants. Gut health experts often talk about the goal of eating 30 or more different plant species per week. This might sound daunting, but it's easier than you think. A single bowl of mixed greens can have 5 different types of lettuce. A can of mixed beans can have 3 or 4. A sprinkle of mixed seeds on your yogurt adds another few. Each different plant feeds a different family of beneficial bacteria in your gut, creating a robust and resilient inner ecosystem. Next, let's talk about nutrient density. This refers to the amount of beneficial nutrients, vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, a food contains relative to its calorie count. Unsurprisingly, whole plant foods are the kings and queens of nutrient density. A cup of kale, for example, provides an incredible amount of vitamin K, vitamin A, and vitamin C for very few calories. Compare that to a nutrient-poor, calorie-dense food like a donut. By focusing on nutrient-dense plant foods, you can nourish your body with everything it needs to thrive, all while naturally managing your caloric intake and making weight management feel more effortless and intuitive. This evolution is also making plant-based eating more delicious and accessible than ever before. Chefs and home cooks are exploring the incredible flavors and textures that plants have to offer. We're learning to roast vegetables until they are sweet and caramelized, to use spices from around the world to make lentils and beans sing with flavor, and to create creamy, satisfying sauces from cashews or avocados. The innovation in the food industry is also making it easier, with higher quality plant-based milks, yogurts, and even meat alternatives that are made with whole food ingredients you can actually recognize and pronounce. Ultimately, the plant-based evolution of 2025 is about abundance, not restriction. It's about celebrating the incredible variety, flavor, and health-giving power of the plant kingdom. It's an invitation to explore new foods, try new recipes, and rediscover the joy of eating in a way that nourishes your body, your palate, and the planet. By shifting your focus to a plant-forward plate, you are making a powerful investment in your long-term health, building a foundation of wellness, one delicious, vibrant, and life-giving meal at a time. It's a truly positive and empowering way forward. Good morning and welcome back to our journey into the future of wellness. We've explored so many incredible shifts happening in how we think about food, but now we arrive at something truly special. It's a way of eating that connects two of the most vital aspects of our health, the sharpness of our minds and the well-being of our bodies. I'm talking about the Mind diet, and it's a beautiful example of how modern nutrition is becoming more holistic. It stands for the Mediterranean Intervention for Neurodegenerative Delay, and that name tells you everything you need to know about its powerful origins and its profound purpose. It's not just about what you see in the mirror, it's about protecting your memories, your clarity, and your cognitive future. The Mind diet is a brilliant hybrid, taking the absolute best elements from two other nutritional powerhouses we've discussed, the heart-healthy Mediterranean diet and the blood pressure-lowering DASH diet. Scientists at Rush University Medical Center specifically designed it to focus on foods that have been scientifically shown to protect the brain from the kind of decline that can lead to conditions like Alzheimer's disease. But what researchers quickly discovered was that the benefits didn't stop at the brain. The very same principles that nurture our neurons also happen to be fantastic for managing weight, reducing inflammation, and promoting overall vitality. This is where health truly becomes integrated, understanding that what's good for one part of you is often good for all of you. So, what makes the Mind diet so effective for our brains? It's all about a strategic emphasis on specific food groups packed with brain-protective nutrients like vitamin E, flavonoids, and omega-3 fatty acids. Think of it as providing your brain with the premium fuel it needs to function optimally and the protective armor it requires to fend off damage over the years. The diet specifically encourages at least 6 servings of leafy greens a week, 1 serving of other vegetables a day, and berries at least twice a week. These aren't just suggestions. They are research-backed recommendations aimed directly at preserving cognitive function as we age. making every meal an investment in our long-term mental acuity. And the beauty of this approach is its gentle, encouraging nature. Unlike restrictive diets that leave you feeling deprived, the Mind diet focuses on what you can to your plate. It's about abundance, not absence. By prioritizing these 10 brain-healthy food groups, which also include nuts, beans, whole grains, fish, and even poultry, you naturally begin to crowd out the less beneficial foods. This positive framing makes it so much more sustainable. You're not on a diet in the traditional sense. You're consciously choosing to nourish your brain and body with every delicious, satisfying bite, creating a foundation of health that supports both a sharp mind and a healthy weight. Now let's talk about putting this incredible knowledge into action. How do we translate the principles of the Mind diet into the meals we eat every day? Well, it starts with your grocery list. Make leafy greens the star of your produce section. We're talking about spinach, kale, collard greens, and romaine lettuce. Aim to have a big salad for lunch several times a week, or wilt a generous handful of spinach into your morning eggs or evening pasta sauce. Then, embrace the power of berries. Blueberries, in particular, are celebrated for their potent antioxidants. Sprinkle them on your oatmeal, blend them into a smoothie, or simply enjoy a handful as a naturally sweet and satisfying dessert. Next, let's focus on healthy fats and lean proteins, which are cornerstones of this brain-boosting plan. The Mind diet recommends using olive oil as your primary cooking oil, celebrating its anti-inflammatory properties. And when it comes to protein, it suggests fish at least once a week. Think salmon or tuna, rich in those vital omega-3 fatty acids. It also favors poultry over red meat. For snacks, instead of reaching for processed chips, make a habit of grabbing a small handful of nuts. Walnuts are especially prized for their combination of healthy fats and antioxidants. These simple swaps are not about deprivation. They are upgrades that your brain and your waistline will thank you for. The diet also guides us on what to limit, but it does so with a sense of moderation, not militant restriction. It identifies 5 food groups to consume less frequently: red meats, butter and stick margarine, cheese, pastries and sweets, and fried or fast food. The goal isn't to eliminate these foods forever. That's rarely a sustainable approach for most of us. Instead, it's about shifting the balance. For example, the recommendation is to have less than 4 servings of red meat a week and less than a tablespoon of butter a day. By being mindful of these foods, you create more space for the nutrient-dense, brain-healthy foods to take center stage in your diet. Ultimately, adopting the Mind diet is about building a pattern of eating that becomes second nature. It's a journey of progress, not a quest for perfection. Start with 1 or 2 small changes. This week, maybe you commit to eating berries twice and having a leafy green salad for lunch 3 times. Next week, you can focus on swapping butter for olive oil. Each small step builds upon the last, creating a powerful momentum. This is how we create lasting change, not through drastic overhauls, but through gentle, consistent, and mindful choices that honor the profound connection between what we eat, how we feel, and how we think. Good morning and welcome back. We've talked a lot about what we're adding to our plates, but what about what we're putting in our glasses? A significant and I think truly powerful shift is happening in 2025, and it's all about mindful drinking. This isn't about rigid prohibition or labeling alcohol as bad. Instead, it's a conscious, intentional move away from automatic or habitual consumption. It's about asking ourselves, why am I having this drink? Does it serve me right now? This movement empowers us to reclaim control, making each choice a deliberate one that aligns with our broader health and wellness goals, rather than an unthinking social reflex. This cultural pivot is gaining incredible momentum, especially among younger generations who are prioritizing mental clarity and physical well-being. The sober, curious trend has blossomed into a full-fledged lifestyle choice for many, and the market is responding beautifully. We're seeing an explosion of sophisticated, delicious, non-alcoholic alternatives, from craft mocktails and botanical spirits to alcohol-free wines and beers that actually taste good. This isn't just about sparkling water with a lime anymore. It's about having a celebratory, complex, and satisfying beverage that doesn't compromise your health goals or your morning after productivity. It's about inclusion and choice. From a health perspective, the benefits of reducing alcohol intake are profound and well documented. Even moderate drinking can disrupt sleep patterns, particularly the restorative REM cycle, leaving you feeling tired and foggy. It can also impact hydration, strain the liver, and contribute to inflammation throughout the body. When we choose to drink less, we're not just cutting out empty calories, which is a significant benefit for weight management in itself. We are actively supporting our body's natural detoxification processes, improving our sleep quality, and allowing our systems to function at their absolute best. The connection to weight management is particularly direct. Alcohol contains what we call empty calories, 7 calories per gram to be exact, with very little nutritional value. These calories can add up quickly and often go unaccounted for in our daily intake. Furthermore, alcohol can lower our inhibitions and stimulate appetite, leading to less mindful food choices later in the evening. By embracing mindful drinking, you're not just making a healthier beverage choice, you're setting yourself up for a cascade of better decisions that support your entire wellness journey, making your weight management efforts feel more seamless and less like a constant battle. The core philosophy of the mindful drinking movement is truly about intentionality, not restriction. This is a crucial distinction that sets it apart from old-school, all-or-nothing diet mentalities. It's not about telling yourself, "I can never have a glass of wine again." Instead, it's about shifting your mindset to one of conscious enjoyment. It means that when you do decide to have a drink, you do so with full awareness. You choose a drink you will genuinely savor. You pay attention to the taste and the experience, and you enjoy it without guilt, because it was a deliberate and mindful choice that you made for yourself. This approach helps to dismantle the cycle of restriction and rebellion that so many of us have experienced. When we forbid something entirely, it often gains a powerful allure, leading to feelings of deprivation and eventual overindulgence. Mindful drinking, on the other hand, fosters a healthier, more balanced relationship with alcohol. It puts you firmly in the driver's seat. You might decide to abstain during the work week to optimize your energy and focus, while choosing to mindfully enjoy a special cocktail with friends on a Saturday night. The power and the choice remain with you, always. So how do you put this into practice? Start by simply bringing awareness to your current habits. For 1 week, without judgment, just notice when and why you reach for a drink. Is it to unwind after a stressful day? Is it a social habit? Is it simply because it's 5 o'clock? Once you have that awareness, you can start to make intentional swaps. If you drink to de-stress, perhaps you could try a calming herbal tea, a short walk, or 5 minutes of deep breathing first. See if that satisfies the need before you pour a drink. Remember, this is your journey, and it's about finding what works for you. The goal is progress, not perfection. Maybe you start with dry Mondays or commit to having 2 alcohol-free days during the week. Or perhaps you decide to always have a glass of water between alcoholic beverages to stay hydrated and slow your pace. These small, intentional shifts are what build sustainable habits. It's about upgrading your choices and aligning your actions with your long-term vision for your health, creating a lifestyle that feels both healthy and joyfully authentic to you. All right, we've covered some incredible science-backed approaches to nutrition for 2025, but knowledge is only powerful when it's put into action. So let's break down how you can actually start integrating these principles into your life, step by step. The key here is to avoid overwhelm. We're not going to overhaul everything overnight. In your first week, I want you to focus on just one thing: adding, not subtracting. Your mission is to add 1 serving of vegetables or fruits to every single meal. Don't worry about anything else. Just focus on that beautiful, colorful addition. This simple act does several amazing things at once. It immediately boosts your intake of fiber, vitamins, and anti-inflammatory phytonutrients. It also helps to naturally crowd out less nutrient-dense options on your plate without you feeling deprived. Think about adding a handful of spinach to your morning eggs, slicing some tomato and cucumber to go with your lunch sandwich, or having a side of roasted broccoli with your dinner. This is a gentle, positive first step that builds a foundation of nutrient density and proves to you that healthy changes can be easy and delicious. It's about building momentum. Now, for week 2, we're going to build on that success. Continue with your goal of adding a fruit or vegetable to every meal. And now, let's introduce a protein-focused swap. I want you to identify 1 meal a day where you can strategically upgrade your protein source. This could be as simple as swapping your sugary breakfast cereal for Greek yogurt with berries. Or perhaps you trade a processed deli meat sandwich for a hearty lentil soup, or a salad topped with grilled chicken or chickpeas. This small change begins to harness the power of protein for satiety and metabolism. The goal in the second week is to experience the difference that strategic protein intake can make. Notice how you feel after that upgraded meal. Do you feel fuller for longer? Are your energy levels more stable throughout the afternoon? Are you less likely to reach for that 3 p.m. sugary snack? This isn't about counting every gram of protein just yet. It's about developing an intuitive understanding of how different foods affect your body and your hunger signals. It's about learning to listen to your body's cues and making choices that honor them, setting the stage for more sustainable changes to come. As you move into week 3, you're already building incredible momentum. You're consistently adding produce to your meals, and you've made one strategic protein swap each day. Now let's embrace the plant-forward mindset. Your goal for this week is to try one completely new plant-based recipe. This doesn't mean you have to go vegetarian or vegan. It's simply about expanding your culinary repertoire and discovering the amazing diversity and flavor that plants have to offer. It could be a black bean burger, a creamy coconut curry with tofu, or a rich mushroom bolognese. The key here is to approach this with a sense of curiosity and adventure, not obligation. Go online, find a recipe that looks genuinely delicious to you, and have fun with it. This practice helps to increase the diversity of plants in your diet, which is fantastic for your gut microbiome. A healthy gut is linked to better digestion, a stronger immune system, and even improved mental health. By making this a weekly habit, you'll slowly build a collection of go-to plant-based meals that you truly enjoy, making flexitarian eating feel effortless and exciting. Finally, in week 4, we bring it all together with mindfulness. Continue with your previous goals, adding produce, making a protein swap, and trying a new plant-based meal. And now, layer on the practice of mindful eating for at least one meal a day. This means putting away your phone, turning off the television, and giving your full attention to your food. Notice the colors, the smells, the textures, and the flavors. Chew slowly and savor each bite. Pay attention to your body's hunger and fullness cues, stopping when you feel comfortably satisfied, not stuffed. This practice of mindfulness is perhaps the most transformative of all. It reconnects you with your body's innate wisdom, helping you to build a healthier relationship with food that is based on nourishment and respect, not rules and restrictions. It allows you to truly appreciate the food that is fueling your body. By the end of this first month, you will have built a powerful foundation for sustainable change. You've learned to add nourishment, prioritize protein, explore new foods, and listen to your body, all without ever feeling like you're on a restrictive diet. This is the path to lasting wellness. So there you have it. The top diet trends of 2025 aren't really trends at all. They're evidence-based approaches to eating that prioritize long-term health over short-term fixes. They represent a collective shift in our understanding, moving away from the punishing cycles of restriction and deprivation and toward a more compassionate, sustainable, and joyful way of nourishing our bodies. It's about celebrating food, not fearing it. It's about building a lifestyle that supports your vitality for years to come, not just a number on the scale for a few weeks. This is the year that dieting, as we know it, finally grows up. Whether you're drawn to the sun-drenched, vibrant lifestyle of the Mediterranean diet, excited by the metabolic power of strategic protein intake, interested in calming inflammation from the inside out, or curious about the incredible dual benefits of the Mind diet for both brain and body, I want you to remember this one, central truth. The absolute best diet in the world is the one that you can actually stick with, the one that feels good to you, and the one that you can joyfully sustain for a lifetime. 2025 is the year we stop chasing an impossible ideal of perfect and start embracing the powerful reality of sustainable. It's the year we finally realize that the most profound and lasting diet changes are often the smallest ones, the gentle shifts in our daily habits that are consistently applied over time. It's the quiet decision to add a salad to your lunch, the mindful choice to swap a soda for water, the adventurous spirit to try a new vegetable. These are the choices that build a foundation of unshakable health and well-being. If this video helped shift your perspective on nutrition and what it means to be healthy, please take a moment to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Wellness Wonders for more science-based health content you can trust. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss our upcoming videos where we'll dive deeper into meal planning, share some delicious recipes, and break down the absolute latest in nutrition research to help you on your journey. And now, I truly want to hear from you. Which of these 2025 approaches to eating resonates most with your personal health goals? Are you already following the principles of the Mediterranean or Mind diet? Have you been exploring more plant-based meals? Drop a comment below and let's start a supportive conversation about what sustainable nutrition looks like for each of us. Your story could be the inspiration someone else needs to see today. Please remember, your health journey is as unique as your fingerprint. Use this information as a guiding star, a starting point to explore from, not as a rigid set of non-negotiable rules. Be kind to yourself, celebrate your progress, and trust the process. Here's to making 2025 your healthiest, most vibrant, and most sustainable year yet. We're so glad to be on this journey with you.